Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats with GourmetQuilter. I'm Susan Clare, GourmetQuilter, and we're doing some applique in this series of videos, and there's a pattern to go with it. We're doing some dogs. As you can see behind me, we have this wonderful collection, quite a pack of dogs really. Some are, yes, we won't be saying too much about those, there's 20 altogether, and we're up to number 13. And so this one here is like a dog head in a circle. It's kind of fun, a little bit different. So there's a pattern that comes each day if you sign up for it with GourmetQuilter.com, and it's a downloadable pattern. So for 20 days there's a new pattern and the video that shows you what I'm doing. So I've just started here. This is just sitting here. This is a circle, so it's all fused applique, and so we do need to put the little neck of the dog under the edge of the circle here. So it was easier to put the circle on first though for positioning, I thought. So I can just pop the little dog there, and then I can just lift that and set it back down again, we hope. And then we're going to iron that in place shortly. That's all looking pretty good. Now this little dog is looking quite keen. So I've gone ahead and I've marked his eye and nose using some permanent marking pens. I've used the black micron pen for the black, and I've used a white gel pen for the white of his eye. And then I've marked another little line in here that I'm going to stitch, which is like a little smile. And then we can position his ear on here. His ear just kind of comes around a little bit like that. And then where his smile is, that's his mouth. So what we've got there is that he's actually keen to have someone take him for a little walk, I think. So we're going to put this so that it looks like it's coming out of his mouth. So that little edge there just runs along where that little smile is. And then this other half of his lead, he's holding the lead in his mouth, needs to look like it's coming out the other side. This one might actually need to come along just a little bit further, so that this one looks as if it's coming, or can come, just from behind. So he's keen for someone to take him for a walk. There's a little buckle that goes on the end of his leash there so that it can be attached. And he is one happy dog, keen to get someone to understand what it is that he's wanting, and dogs are very good at that, I have to say. And so we've got him captured in a little circular frame. So we'll just iron them all in place, and then I'm going to free motion stitch around him just close to the edge with a little free motion straight stitch. Because I'm free motioning, I'm using a stabilizer, so I've just got a piece of cotton batting to just sit behind to stop it all scrunching up as it might do otherwise. And I've got a dark grey thread in the machine. I've got my feed teeth dropped. I've got a little open toe free motion foot on. And I think we'll come up the neck of the dog and start getting onto that leash. So just couple of stitches to get started, and then just close to the edge of the applique with the free motion stitching. The stitch length is governed by how fast you move. Don't need to worry too much about it. It can be quite small sometimes. Often if you're thinking and concentrating, it's smaller. Just going to scoop around that ear there because I just want to stay on his head here. Now, because you could have done this stitching and then pop the leash on afterwards, but I kind of just wanted to get it all on there, so I'm just going to come onto that leash now and come up here and come down and do the actual leash and the buckle. So I can come onto there. So because it's all fused in place and we're free motioning, so we can just move the fabric around in any direction, It actually makes this quite fun and relatively easy to do. And just take your time, you don't have to rush with it. And we could just do that line for that mouth while we're here. And I just want to come back down so that I come along and just do his little chin in under there. And then I'm going to come down and do this other part of the leash here as well. Look at that. Definitely ready to go for a walk now. So I think I'll come around that ear. And really this is all fairly straightforward now. We've done the hard bit. Just by having a slightly different shade of fabric can make a difference to it, lets things stand out a little bit, so his ears are a little bit lighter, and they often are a bit lighter anyway. So I'm just going to come around, and now I've just got to go around both edges of that circle, which will be fairly straightforward, just a matter of following that edge around. So I'll keep going and show you when I'm close to the end. So I've been around the inside edge of the circle, and I've nearly all the way around on this outside edge, so we'll just finish it off. And there we are. It won't take so long. And we'll give him a quick press, put him up in the gallery. Pretty amazing to have a dog gallery, I think. Especially a well-behaved dog gallery. So, we've done very well. That was applique number 13. So I will see you again with dog applique number 14.